Greetings, I'm Clint Sanderson, and I'm here with Darren Eady, funding manager and brains behind Insiders Cash. So Darren, welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't you start by giving us an introduction of yourself and Insiders Cash?
Great. I've been in lending for over 20 plus years, and we started Insiders Cash to lend private money or hard money to our clients who would like to buy investment property. We underwrite and process our loans, and we lend money to individuals looking for loans.
Okay, so Insiders Cash is a hard money lender.
It is.
Okay, why don't you explain what that means?
Oh, sure. There's really three types of loans that you can get in the market. Hard money lending, or what we do, is private money. There's also bank or conventional lending, and then what I call M&D lending, which is mom and dad. That's a third option. So conventional lending is lending at the bank, and they have great terms and a great interest rates. It's a little more difficult to get conventional lending. It's tougher to qualify.
Mm-hmm.
Hard money lending, funny enough, is not hard to get. It's actually easy to get, but the terms aren't as good. Mom and dad lending, if you can get it, it usually has good terms, and it's pretty easy to get as well.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm on that side of it right now. I'm the lender to my kids. But you mentioned it's easier, so why is it easier to get a hard money loan versus a traditional or conventional loan?
It's a great question. We don't look at everything that a bank looks at when they qualify a borrower. Typically, you want to use hard money or private money lending when you don't have one of three things: time, income, or credit.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to go to a bank, you need to have the time to wait for the bank, which can take sometimes months.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the credit or income to prove to the bank that you have a good credit score, or you can prove your income, then a bank won't qualify you. A lot of times you might be self-employed and you just don't show all your income on your taxes. And right now in our current lending environment, banks need to see taxes.
Yeah.
With private money or hard money, we don't need taxes, we don't need income at all, and we don't look at credit.
Yeah.
We simply look at the asset that you're borrowing against or the property that you're borrowing against.
Okay, that makes sense. So, in other words, to make sure I and our viewers understand this, if I'm looking to do a real estate deal,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have 2 months to get my funding together, which is typically what it would take or more with a traditional loan these days, I can come to you and I can get a loan today, this week, and get it done. Is that fair?
Yeah, let's not say today, but within a week to 2 weeks.
Okay, not today.
Yeah, we can get your loan done very quickly. Exactly. So if you're buying a property and that that seller needs to get their money within a couple weeks, there's probably almost no way you could go to a bank and start the process. So again, time is that one thing that you have to go to bank financing. If you have a short time frame and you need to make a purchase happen, then you need private money. You need hard money for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Why don't you explain the different products you have, or loan products that you have available?
Great. We have three products. We have a 3-day loan, a 3-month loan, and a 3-year loan. Basically, it's set up to whether you're flipping a property or you're holding a property. We have a loan program for each of those needs. The 3-day loan is essentially where you have you're purchasing a home, but you've also already sold the home.
Okay.
So you've set up both your purchase price for one amount, and you've set up your sale for another amount. And so your transactions happen almost simultaneously. We provide the money for your purchase, and then your end buyer's money is ready for your sale.
Okay.
You make the profit. Our 3-month loan is more for a fix and flip program. So if you have a property you see it needs some work, and then it'll be worth a lot more. 3-month program is perfect for getting into a property, fixing it up, getting it sold, making your profit. And our 3-year loan is for a hold program. If you're going to rent out a property for a period of time and you need money to get into more properties to hold, then it's a great program. It's probably the only long-term hard money loan that I know of. That's why we created it.
Yeah.
So it'd be available for people to get into kind of a long-term bridge loan and help them get their credit, their income ready so that they can change that into a bank loan.
Yeah, makes sense. So 3-day, 3-month, and 3-year.
Pretty
the
simple.
3 threes. That's good.
3 threes.
Great. And so on a 3-year loan, explain how that would work. You mentioned it's a bridge loan.
Right.
Why don't you define what that means, a bridge loan to get into something else?
So a bridge loan, what I mean by that is it's helping you get it from one spot to the next. It's helping you cross that bridge. And with hard money lending, the goal is not to keep hard money lending long term. Even though we give 3 years as a term, we really want you to take our loan and go to the bank as soon as you can qualify. Some people that might be 3 weeks. Other people that might be a full 3 years, depending on what you have to do to your credit or your income to qualify. But the point is to bridge yourself from our hard money loan and get into a cheaper bank loan as soon as, and with a longer term, as soon as possible.
Okay. So essentially what I'm hearing as well is the hard money loan, 3 years, the interest rate's obviously going to be higher than what you would get with a traditional bank loan.
Yeah, it's probably about twice as much typically. So the nice thing about this loan program is you may buy more properties with a hard money loan and even increase your cash flow by getting more as opposed to just one property with your cash. But when you go and refinance that at the bank, you increase your cash flow again when you drop that payment in half, sometimes even less than half. So our 3-year program is really helping people get into more than one property with just their cash, which they can do. They can buy a property cash, and it has an upside to it that there's no payment, but there's also no tax break for having a paid for property.
Right.
So really, with investment properties, you want to have a private loan in place to help you get to a bank loan. Now, if you can go straight to the bank, I'm all for that too. Go straight to the bank and get your loan. But if you don't have the time, income, or credit to go straight to the bank, then come to us. We'll help you get your loan and get a loan in place. One of the things that a lot of people don't know is with a loan in place, they can go to the bank and ask to replace the hard money loan right away with no seasoning. Seasoning means how long you've owned that property.
Right.
If you just pay cash for a property and then you go to the bank and say, I'd like to get some money back, they'll often say you need to wait a while, maybe even a year. But unless you have a loan in place, then you're just saying, hey, I'd like to replace this loan with a new rate and term. So it's called a rate and term refinance.
Okay.
The bank will actually help you do that. You don't have any seasoning requirements.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.